Right. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday we discussed file IO. On all file IO. We have developed a sample project. Hope it's all get benefited with that project. So this is my file abc.txt. This is the class that contains methods for create, read, update, delete. On a file or on a database, we will perform CRUD operations: create, read, update, delete. For that, we have 4 methods available. Now, these 4 methods must be called on this file. So at class level, we created file variable for creating connection pointing to the file name. Then next, we have created main method class. Inside main method class, I should ask the user which operation you want to perform. Either create operation, read operation, update operation, or delete operation. For that, I have to take what? Switch option. Then based on the given option, I have to write case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5, exit. In case 1, call create method. Case 2, call update method. Case 4, case 2, call read method. Case 3, call update method. Case 4, call delete method. Case 5, you exit from the application. So this is the standard way of developing any project in the company. Okay. In order to store data, read data, this class is backend attached with a class called what? The file data student. So totally how many classes we will develop in a project? Minimum 3 classes. Okay, more than 3 classes also you may develop, but minimum 3 classes. So this class is generally called POJO, plain old Java object. This class is called DAO. Class is called main class or UI class or user class. Main or UI or user, any of the 3 words will be used. So once you practice this project and remember, same project will be repeated wherever you go. You take pure core Java, same structure. You take advanced Java, same structure. You take Spring Boot microservices, same structure. You take the real projects also, same structure. Wherever you go, same story will be followed. So practicing is your responsibility. Hope you practiced yesterday. So today we are trying to understand the very important point. There is a problem with file input stream, file output stream, file reader, file writer. Okay, file reader, file writer meant for writing and reading characters. So there is no problem with reader and writer. There is a problem with input stream and output stream. Input stream, output stream are meant for reading binary data. Numbers comes under character binary, binary. Numbers are comes under binary. Images are comes under binary. Objects are comes under binary. Okay, then tell me, I want to write a number, I want to read a number. For writing a number, reading number, you want to write number as 1 byte in its data type size range. Okay, come on, try to think. I want to write a number. For writing number, what is required? I should take number in its data type range, or I should write number in 1 byte range. By default, FIS and FOS write 1 byte data, read 1 byte data. I don't want write and read 1 byte data. I want write and read primitive size range data. Primitive size range data. Let me show you that. Test 11 underscore data output stream. There is a class called what? Data output stream. Open this class, Control M, and here I am writing main method. Inside main method, now what do you write? Okay, first I should create what object? File output stream class object. If you want, right, you should use file output stream FOS equal to new file output stream of which file? I'm taking data.txt. Then if I write fos.write of 97, tell me 97 is what type of data? Integer data. Now it's of what type? Int type. Int type means how many bytes this 97 should occupy? 4 bytes. Now if I fos dot close, okay, let me try to use now onwards for your revision purpose. Try with resource I am using. Catch it. Now exception place, which exception you take? IO exception. If any exceptions coming, I want to print status. Now tell me. So now I'm using try with resource, it's automatically closed. fos.close fos.write system.out.println double quotes. I am printing message data is saved. Now control F11, data saved. Open the file, refresh the project, data.txt open. In a data.txt, the data is available. Data is available here in how many bytes? 1 byte. Look at there. One selection is what? 1 byte. How to select? Press shift, left arrow, then we'll call what? 1 byte. If I write character, now I'm writing a character. 90s, okay, single quote B I am writing. Single quote B also will write into the file as what? 1 byte only. Look at there, 1 byte. Now my question is very important. Will FOS support to write data 99L long format allowed? Not allowed. 99F float format not allowed. 99D double not allowed. Okay. Next, now write boolean true or false not allowed. I am trying to write a string double quotes ABC not allowed. If you try to write beyond character and int type of values, then we will get compile time error. What is the solution to this problem? So FOS has two problems. What are the two problems? FOS and FIS problems. Number one, they can write and read data only 1 byte. 1 byte means what range? 0 to 255. 1 byte range. Second problem, cannot write data other than what? Char and int. Okay, other than char and int. First problem, cannot write data other than char and int. Second problem, can write and read data only 1 byte. 1 byte range, 0 to 255. Then solution. What is that? Data output stream is the solution. So data output stream and data input stream. Now tell me here what I should create. File output stream object following by I should also create what? Data output stream class I have to use. Data output stream DOS equal to. Everyone tell me you have a tap connection to your house. From the tank to your kitchen, tap connection is there. Can tap by default filter the water? I ask a question here. Can tap by default filter the water? What should I do? I want to filter water. What should I do? Ma? I'm not asking Java. I'm asking your real life, your kitchen room. I'm asking. I want to filter water. Dust particle I want to stop. What should I do? Huh? Okay. I should write here new data output stream. Okay. I'm promising you, promise on you, all people. Today onwards, I will not ask any question. Don't worry. If I ask question, I'm getting frustration. You are looking at me like this scared face and looking at me. I'm asking your real life question. I want to filter water. What should I do? And why you are seeing me seriously, buddy? You don't know? Then what is your intention of looking at me seriously? Are you giving warning or giving answer? Are you giving warning me? How dare you to ask me question, the worst fellow? Are you giving warning? Okay, don't worry. Promise on you. This is the last promise. Okay. I will not ask any question. I will keep teach and go. Okay. So if you find any doubts, difficulties, let me. Data output stream DOS equal to new data output stream of. Now we should pass FOS as an argument. FOS is the pipe connection tap. Okay, this is the tap. This tap has the some problem, cannot filter water. For that, what is required? A filter is required. That's why data output stream is a subtype of filtered output stream. Data output stream is a subtype of what? Filtered output stream. Why it is called filtered output stream? Because data output stream is not meant for connecting to the source directly. It is not a pipe. Data output stream is not a pipe. Data output stream is simply a filter attaching to the tap available in your kitchen room. Then now this one will filter the water. Here filter means many people are feeling filter means removing. Filter means not removing. Filter means what? Adding more capabilities to the tap. Tap is missing one capability, filtering the water. That capabilities are adding by this. Tell me, what is the problem of FOS? Cannot write data beyond int type value. But I want write int type value, that too beyond the range of 0 to 255. Then DYS class has provided special methods. DYS class provide special methods. DYS class. So in place of FOS, I should use DYS. Then it has provided. In addition to this write method, I have some special methods are provided. The special methods are number one. Okay. Then now write boolean, write byte, write bytes, write char, write chars, write double, write float. Okay. Then write int. One minute, small message. Look at that. We have a method called what? Write boolean, write int, write byte, write boolean, write byte, write bytes, write char, write double, write float, write int, write long, write UTF. So now I want write 97 as a byte. Byte means how many range of how much type, how much range of data? 1 byte. Control F11. Data is saved. Now observe, A is stored, means 97 stored in how many bytes? 1 byte. I'm writing, write short, write short. Write short, how many bytes it is occupying? 98. It will occupy short means what? 2 bytes. Data save. 1, 2 bytes. Okay, cursor blinking here, short after this is the end of the file. Now I'm writing write a int of 99. Save it. Control F11. Data saved. How many bytes occupied? 1, 2, 3, 4 bytes. Okay, that's what the point. Data output stream, data input stream are meant for writing and reading data in the primitive data type size range. Okay, then next. Now write long of. Write long of 100. Control F11. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bytes it's occupied. Now I'm writing here 101.0F. Then tell me this is float. So which method I should call? Write float. Control F11. Then data save. How many bytes it occupied? 4 bytes. Float is 4 bytes now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bytes it occupied. But what is that B question mark, sir? That float value cannot understandable by the editor. The float type value is what? 0.0. 0.0 is not there in ASCII range, no? That's why it's not understand and displaying in different pattern. Okay. Then next, now I am taking write double. Double occupy how many bytes? Write double of 102.0F, 0F place what? D. D not required even. Okay. Control F11. Now it will occupy 8 bytes. Count 8 bytes after this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 after not moving. These are the 8 bytes occupied. Next, if I write here character single quote A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then here I am writing write char. Control char C capital letter. Save it. Control F11. Data saved. Look at that. How many bytes it occupied? 2 bytes. 1, 2. Okay. So these are 2 bytes. Here, these are the 8 bytes of this data will be there. Then next, following by write a boolean. How many bytes it will occupy boolean? Boolean size is fixed, decided by JVM. Decided by JVM. But what is the minimum memory occupied by the file? 1 byte. So a boolean occupy 1 byte. Now look at that. 1 byte is coming. Let's count totally. This is 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 1. Okay, now data type sizes are occupied. After this boolean, if I write, very interesting, write UTF. UTF means what? String. Now I want to write double quotes. Hurry. Tell me. Write, if I take a primitive data type, its sizes are what? Fixed. No problem. But write UTF, it is a string. String will take how many bytes? How can we say, how can we count how many bytes it is taking? String occupy how many bytes? As many. If it is a Java, as many characters, number of characters into 2. If it is a Java inside JVM, it will occupy number of characters into 2. 4 characters into 2, 8. Because in Java, each character occupy 2 bytes. But inside the file, each character occupy 1 byte only. So the number of bytes will be 4 bytes. Inside file, it occupy number of bytes 4 plus 2, extra 2. What is that extra 2? First double quotes, last double quotes. So totally, how many bytes it will occupy? 6 bytes. Control F11, data saved. Now look at here. This is the last question mark. Sorry, this is the last question mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bytes it occupied. So finally what? For storing primitive data type values in their size range. we must use data output stream and data input stream. DOS contain write XX methods for writing primitive data type values. Next, DIS contains write XX or read XX. Read XX method for reading primitive data size values. Okay, now below program explained, writing operation complete. Now I want to read. For reading purpose, I have to take another class test. What is the number? 12 underscore DIS. Data input stream class. What is the purpose of data input stream class? It will read the data from the file in primitive data size. Then I have to create first DIS equal to data input stream DIS equal to new data input stream of, tell me, can I pass file input stream object directly as an argument here? Instead of taking separate variable, I can directly take data input stream object created here by passing file input stream object. Okay, then next following by catch block. IO exception E dot print status. Then inside try block, what logic I have to write? I should write DIS dot reading. DIS dot read. What you want to read? Whatever you have written, same thing I have to read. In which order? In same order you call write, same order you call read. Read, what method I should call? Byte. DIS dot, why it's not? DIS dot read byte. Now it returns what type of value? Byte. Okay. Next, read DIS dot, what next you have written? Short. Read shorter. Next, DIS dot read int. Then assign to a variable. Next, DIS dot read long. Read long. Now, next, DIS dot read float. Do you know what the shortcut for assigning to a local variable? DIS dot read double. Read double semicolon control 1. Control 1. Then assign statement to new local variable, automatically data type variable name it will create. The next, DIS dot read character. Okay. Then assign to char variable. The next, DIS dot read boolean. Then control 1 assign to local variable boolean. Then next, I want read string. After boolean we have written string. Read DIS dot read UTF. Right? Write UTF, read UTF. Assign to string variable. Now I want to print all these values. First what you write? Byte 1. Next, system dot out dot println short 1. System dot out dot println int 1. System dot out dot println long 1. System dot out dot println float 1. Double 1. Char 1. Boolean 1, and next UTF-1. Why Eclipse didn't give 1 here? For all above variables, it has added 1, 1, 1. But for string UTF, it didn't add 1. Why? Oh, sorry, I forgot to ask. I promise you I will not ask questions. Look at that. 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, Z, true, hurry. All are coming correctly. Okay. What is the order you have written? Same order, you are getting the values. Now, if I do any change here, suppose if I am moving int here, long there, will you get correct values? What is the meaning of read byte? Read 1 byte. What is the meaning of read short? After 1 byte, read 2 bytes. What is the meaning of read long? After 2 bytes, read 8 bytes. Then tell me, here 1 byte, here 2 bytes. From here, asking to read what? 8 bytes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then tell me, when you read 8 bytes, the C position is become as first byte, is there in first byte or is there in the fourth byte? Fourth byte. Because it is in the fourth byte, its value got changed. Then next, when I call read in, it is reading 4 bytes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this 4 byte D value will become correctly, but C value come different way. Look at that. 97, 98, what is coming? 100. And then int value coming something else. So if you mismatch the read method calls than write method calls, read method calls in one order, write method calls if you write in another order, then what happened? Let me change here also, output you will correctly understand. Look at that, 97, 98, 99 place, what is coming? A lengthy number because C is available in the fourth byte. Right? Then D value 100 correctly coming because 4 bytes only we are reading. In first byte, D is available. So if you call wrong way methods, if you call in wrong way, will get, wrong order than right method order. In which order right methods you call? Same order you should call read methods. If you call in a different order, either you will get wrong value. For example, if I write read UTF here, read UTF means what? The double quote starting point should be at that byte. In that byte, double quote starting point is not available, then we get exception, end of file, EOF exception. So if you call read XX methods in the different order than write XX methods, either you will get wrong value or exception. Okay. Final conclusion is what? Whenever you want to write data into a file, whenever you want to write primitive values into a file, I must use DOS and DIS. Then in DOS, I must call writeXX methods for writing data. In DIS class, we must call readXX method. The rule on readXX methods, we must call readXX methods in the same order writeXX are called. Else you will get wrong result or exception. So this is the story about DIS and DOS. So whenever you want to write primitive values, either from the object or directly primitive values, you must choose DOS and DIS. Generally, DOS and DIS we don't use directly in the project. It is just a knowledge sake. Okay. Now, because why we don't use directly? Always we will have the data inside object na. In a project, always will have data inside the object. So we will write object, we will read object, or we will write character, we will read characters. Maximum we will work with what? Characters and object. We will work with individual numbers very, very, very rarely. Okay. Now let's move to the next point. What is the problem with the DIS and DOS? DIS and DOS contains can write and read only primitive data type values and string. Okay. They cannot write and read objects, either array or class or collection object. What is the solution? For writing primitive type, you have for writing primitive data, you have data input stream. I want write object, object output stream and object inputs. Now, main now, object output stream. Look at that. Object output stream is also subclass of object output stream is subclass of output stream, implements object output and object output stream some constants. Okay, right. Now object output stream OOS equal to new object output stream of, very important point, object output stream also cannot directly connect to the file. We must pass file output stream as a argument. You cannot pass file directly, file output stream of double quotes file name. For example, I want to store student data, then the file is called what? SER. Extension of the file that contain object data is called what? SER. Okay, add a SER, student.ser we should write. What is the meaning of SER? I will tell you in a second. Wait. Then now I wanted to store my object. Which object? Student S1 equal to new student. Then student class not available. First you have to create the class student. Control 1, create class student. Inside class student, declare the fields, private, int student number. Okay. I have these many properties available. Student also contain username password for login to his account. In order to initialize these properties, first I am taking no param constructor, which is contain no operation. It's just a empty constructor. I'm just making sure the constructor should be public. The next I am providing setter getter methods for all these fields. Control Alt A, Alt R. And next I am providing toString method for printing object data with all the fields. Save it. That's all. The class is ready. Within minutes, very less number of minutes, the class is ready. Then now come to object output stream class, not required, this is closed. Now object output stream. Now I created the student object. When you create student object, step number 1, the class student is loaded into JVM. Static variables, if any, memory allocated. Static blocks, if any, they are executed. Then new instance created with all 6 non-static variables available in the class with a default values. Then new keyword calling no param constructor. No param constructor has no logic. So these variables are leaving with the default values. Now I want to initialize this object. For that I have to use setter method. S1 dot set SNO. Set SNO of 101. S1 dot set SName of. Set SName of double quotes. Hurry. Okay, so this is my student data. Now I want to store this student data inside the file. Then is there any method in FOS class? FOS class have the what method? Write method. Inside write method, I do not have, the write method doesn't accept student object. Then only option is what? OOS dot. There is a write. Observe, OOS contain all methods available in output stream, also available in data output stream. Observe now, write of byte array, write of int, write of byte array. These three methods are coming from output stream class, which are available in file output stream. By using this method, I can write only up to 1 byte range. These three methods are useless. Then write boolean, write byte, write bytes, write char, write chars, write double, write fields. Next, write float, write int, write long, write. These all methods are coming from data output stream class. Plus extra method we have what? Write object. What is the right method to write object? Write object. Then now I am writing system.out.println double quotes object state is saved. Tell me, object saved, object state saved. Object is not saved. Object is a memory. How memory can be saved? Object is not saved. Object state. State means what? Values. Values are saved. Control F11. I got exception. What is the exception? Java.io. Not serializable exception. com.nit.hk.streams.student. This student class object is not serializable. So tell me, saving object state inside a file is technically called what? Serialization. Storing object state inside a file permanently is called serialization. What is the problem? Why it is saying not serializable exception? Why write object method doesn't save my object data? Who is throwing exception? Write object method is throwing exception. Inside main method, you call write object. Write object implicitly calling write object of 0 means it's a native method. That is throwing exception, not serializable exception. Why is it throwing not serializable exception? Tell me, saving object data inside a file is safer, not safer? Not safe. Why? Tell me, this object contain lot of values. Some of the values may be confidential values, username, password, PIN number will be there. If you save your object data inside a file, then there is a chance you will lose the security. That means what? Once you save the file data inside a file, once you store the object data inside a file is having any password protection? No. Anyone can double click and open that file. Once the file is open, tell me, assume this is the file. Tell me, inside this file, I can read A, B, C and Hari, I am able to read or not? Then tell me, if this file, if this object data, when it is saved in the file, I can read Hari, I can read full stack Java development, I can read HK, I can read Naresh IT #1. Then finally what happened? I am losing the object security. Safetyness is missing. So that's why write object method by default doesn't store object data in the file. Now you are the developer. You want to save your object data in the file. You already provided safety your object. Safety wise, no problem, you are taking care. Then I should tell to write object method. Write object method. Already I provided safety to my object. There is no problem. You proceed to write my object data in the file. How can I tell? Go to student class. Observe the exception. What you got? Exception is what? Not serializable exception. Serializable is an interface. You make your class subclassing from serializable interface. Make your class subclassing from serializable interface. Serializable interface is also available in java.io package. Once you make your class implementing from serializable interface, now this student class got permission, or we are providing permission. By writing your class implementing from serializable interface, you are providing permission to the write object method to write its object data in the file. Now observe, the object state is saved. Now we didn't get any exception. Now let me refresh this project so that the file is created what? Student.ser. Student.ser. देखो, here in student.ser, data is saved here. Data is saved here. What is saved? Observe now. Something is there at the beginning, following by what is this com.nit.hk.streams.student class name. So that means inside the file, write object method has a saved class name to tell which class object is this. This data is which class object? Student class. What are the data? Number one, fee. Next, SNO. Next, course. Then next, password. And next, S name. And then username. Tell me, what is the username? Username data is HK. Right? Yes name data is what? Hari. Next, password data is what? NIT #1. Wow. Now I got username HK and I got password NIT #1. Go to website nareshit.com, log in with username and password on behalf of my account. You can do all the cheating things, fraud things. Then finally, police will come and arrest me, not you. Yes or no? Then tell me, is saving data inside file is safe or not safe? Not safe, because data is visible. That's why by default, write object method doesn't allow saving our object data inside the file. Then now the next question, very important. How can we give permission to write object method to save our class object data into the file? By writing our class implementing from serializable. Sir, if I write implementing from serializable, write object method writing my object data into the file. Now I am missing the safety, na sir? Yes, missing safety. And then I don't run write. And then don't write, you will lose your data. No sir, I want write, but I want safety. Okay. Then there are some internal mechanisms available. You should override two special methods. Private write object, private read object, two methods you have to override. Whichever the fields you are feeling that safety not required. Username, password, safety is required. Username, password, safety required. Then encrypt these two variables data and then write. Okay, na? You have to override extra two methods. What the two methods? We should override extra two methods. Private, void, write object of object output stream, OOS, open bracket, private, void, read object of object input stream, object input stream, OIS, open bracket, closed bracket. Let me see whether these methods are calling or not. System.out double quotes, private write object is called. Private read object is called. Presently we are writing na, writing time which method is called? Write object. Let's see whether this method is called or. Control F11. Private write object is called na. Then tell me. If you, okay, then private write object, go and check in the file. In the file, where is that file? Check in the file. In that file, look at there. All data is available or not? Look at the data. Username is there. What happened? Data saved or not saved? When I call private write object, only variable names are saved. Data not saved. Understood? Why? Because you say, na, I want write data myself, you don't write. When you define this private write object method, you are informing to the OOS.write method, you don't write data, I will write. If I remove this method, save, control F11. Object save, observe. Data coming now. Because by not writing private write object method, you are informing to write object method, you only write data, the data not required any safety. If you write, okay, private void write object method, then what happened? Now you are informing to the write object method, hey, data you don't write, I will write, I need safety. Private write object is called, object state is saved. Observe now, data is missing. Then how can I write my data to the file? Inside OOS class, there is a method called default write object. What is the name? Default write object. Whenever you call write object method, you should write OOS.default write object method. And you should handle exception, obviously. Control 1, add throws declaration, IO exception. Okay. Then observe, presently in the file, data available or not available? Not available. After running this program with the default write object, what happened? Look at the data is coming now. Data is coming as it is like before. Data is coming as it is like before. That means what? If I don't call default write object method, data will not be saved. When I call default write object method, whatever the logic available inside write object to write data, same logic is executed here. So repeat once again. Saving object state in the file is safer, not safer, not safe. Hence, write object method by default not allow to write object data in the file it throw not serializable exception. Then how can we tell to write object method save my object data? By using implementing from serializable interface. When I implement from serializable interface, OOS.write object method will write your object data into the file. Then if somebody got access to your file and open, he can read your object data. If you feel the data doesn't require any safety, it's a normal data, then leave it as it is. No. Some of the values are required safety. Username, password required safety. If username, password want required safety, then what to do? Then simply override or define. What the method? Private. You write implement from serializable interface and then place what? Write object method, private write object of object output stream, and then call what method? Default write object. When I call default write object, username, password also writing na? Then do one thing. Which data you want safety? Don't want to write as it is. Declare that field as transient. Declare that field as transient. Declare that field as transient. You want to write these all 4 variable values as it is because there is no safety. Anyone can read, no problem. Then, but these 2 values should not write as it is. I wanted to convert, encrypt them and save. Encrypt and save. Control F11. After declaring as a transient, observe what happened. The username NIST #1, the password HK missing. Missing what is missing? Not only data, also variable names also missed. Observe. Username, password, variable names also not there. Class name student, P, SNO, course, S name. Username, password, variable names are not there. Understood? So tell me, how can we protect my object data when I'm saving in the file? Number 1, declare the fields as what? Transient, and define private write object method and call default write object method. It will write the remaining non-transient variables. It will save in the file. Following by, you want to miss username, password? No. I want to have username and password. Then what to do? You show your talent. User name equal to username dot username dot okay, string dot join of, join method, string dot join of I'm adding, if I write this is not work, 1 second. Join method will not work here. Just I am, actually there is a encryption, decryption code, lot of code is there. I don't want that much heavy code, I don't want to explain. You try with ChatGPT if you want. Encryption, decryption code is actually available, but I am writing some extra masala I am adding. User name plus, okay, to this username, okay, new string buffer of, new string buffer of username dot insert of in to location. I am adding one special character at the rate. Okay, dot insert of in fourth location. I am adding one extra character, let's say A. Okay, dot to string. Tell me, what is my username? Hari. Okay, what I did? First, I converted string to string buffer. Then following by I call what? Insert. Where? To location. HA01R. In R location place, what is coming? At the rate. HARI. In a fourth location there are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth location, what is coming? A. Some extra character, some mashallah extra I'm adding. Okay. Then next following by dot to string convert. Same algorithm I am applying for password also. Password equal to, actually you have to do encryption, decryption. Okay. But in place of writing that much heavy code, I'm just feeling that this is encryption. Encryption and what? Converting the data into user not understandable way. Or else you can do here. First I am doing username dot reverse. Username dot reverse. Okay, na? I am reversing the username characters and then inserted. Also password. Now what do you write? Password dot reverse of reverse dot insert of. Okay, now take here some other characters, hash, some X. Okay, this is the total username password storing into the file. Now let me run control F11. I got exception because in the password fourth index is not there, na? NIT has no. Let me take here third location. Ayyo. Still okay. Private write object is called object state is saved. Look at that. Sorry. I have only generated new username password. This new username password I have to save in the file, na? Oh, 1 second. Let me take this as string username local, because original fields I should not modify. Okay, username, or I say enc usn enc pw. Okay, now I have to write this username password into the file, na? For that, what method I have to use? OOS dot write object of write UTF. Write, you want write strings, na? Write UTF of encrypted username, write UTF of encrypted password. Then control F. Observe here. This is the existing data up to Hari. HK and NIT coming, na? How they are coming? Reversed. In reverse format, they are. So this is called a kind of encryption agent. So finally, tell me all points. I want to save object data into the file. Then use object output stream OOS. It has a special method called what? Write object takes your class object and save the object state in the file. What is the problem with write object method? It's not problem. What is the functionality of write object method? Write object method doesn't save object state directly in the file. It will throw exception, not a serializable exception. Because writing object state in the file is not safe, that's why it will not allow. If you want to save your object data in the file, your class must be implementing from serializable interface. When implement from serializable interface, do I need to implement any method in this class? No. Hey, these write methods are not mandatory, right? This write object, read object, write object methods are not mandatory to override. Tell me, these are what methods? Private methods. Tell me, inside interface, private methods available? No. Serializable is a marker interface. Marker means empty interface. Okay. Serializable is a marker interface. Serializability of a class is enabled by the class implementing java.io.serializable interface. Warning, deserialization untrusted data. Okay, there's a lot of explanation there. Interested people read, otherwise leave it. Okay, it is a marker interface. It doesn't have any methods. It's a empty interface. An empty interface. What is a marker interface? An empty interface that is only meant for providing special type to the subtypes, for providing permissions to execute some logic on its objects. For executing some logic on its object is called what? Marker interface. For example, serializable, clonable are the marker interfaces. Serializable and clonable doesn't have any methods. By implementing class from serializable, we will get serialization. By implementing class from clonable, we will get clonable permissions. Then, when implement class from serializable, OOS.WriteObject method applies serialization permissions on this object, writes its state in the file. Next, what is the rule in calling OOS.WriteObject method? We must implement the class from serializable interface. If I implement from serializable interface, write object method will write data into the file. Then security is missing, na? Yes. Safety is missing, na? Yes. Then how to provide safety? Because you are writing implementing from serializable, you are indirectly informing to the write object method. Either your data doesn't require safety, anyone can read, or you already implemented safety measurements. Then, if your data is not required any safety, directly write the data in the file. If some of the fields want to provide safety, then first step, declare those fields as what? Transient. What is transient? Transient is a modifier. It is a keyword execution level modifier. Like static, final, abstract, transient is a execution level modifier. It is used for declaring class level fields, not to save in the file. If you don't want to save the if you don't want to save any field data in the file, declare it as a transient. If you declare as a transient, this data will not be saved. There are two types of data available which you don't want to save. Number one, temporary values. And tell me, temporary values do you require to save in the file permanently? Not required. These are required only for present execution. After this execution completed, that values are not required. Then I don't want to save temporary values. Then declare as what? Transient. Second, I have another type of values called what? Confidential values. Confidential values. Tell me, confidential values you want completely ignore, or you want to encrypt and store? Encrypt and store. Temporary values, ignore. Confidential values, encrypt and save from which method? Private. write object of OOS method. So encrypt and save from private write object method. Then after, whenever you want to save some confidential values in the file, first step, declare them as transient and then define private write object method. Hello, it is not a overriding method. Private write object method with object output stream as parameter. Then compulsory, step number 3, compulsory should call OOS.write object method. If you don't call this, non-transient data will not be saved. For saving non-transient fields values. For saving non-transient field values, we must call OOS.write object method. Then encrypting okay, which requires safety. After encryption, saving transient fields after encryption. Okay. When you see in the file, in the same encrypted format will be there with variable name or without variable name. Without variable name. Look at there. What is this? Fee, student number, course, student name. There is no username, password, variable name. Then user can track, oh, this is username, this is password. No. Even if he is tracking also, what is this, he cannot understand. To understand that pattern, it will be difficult for him. Understand? So this is called serialization. So what is serialization? Serialization is the process of converting an object into stream of bytes and saving those bytes in the file is called serialization. Serialization is the process of converting an object into stream of bytes, saving the object state inside a file is called what? Serialization. Who will do serialization? OOS.write object method. What is the rule in serialization? OOS.write object method will not serialize every object of every class object. It will check whether this class is serializable type or not. For saving object state inside a file via OOS.write object method, we must implement the class from serializable interface. What is serializable interface? It is an marker interface. It is an empty interface only meant for providing type to the class for serialization. Next, if you implement your class from serializable interface, this object data will be saved in the file. If any confidential value is available in this object, we will miss the safety. Then what will you do? For providing safety to some of the confidential fields, we must follow 4 steps mechanism. Step number 1, declare the fields as transient. Step number 2, define private void write object of OOS method. Step number 3, inside this method, we must call OOS.default write object method for saving non-transient values in the file. Step number 4, encrypt the safety values and save them with the OOS.write_xxx method separately. So this is the complete knowledge about serialization. Hope all people understand. More notes, sir. Detailed notes already there. I will upload. After going to home, you can read them. If you understand, that is sufficient. Understood? Pakka? La karenge. After writing, what I have to do? I should read. And tell me how to read data. Test 0. Sorry. Test 13_OIS. Tell me now. Check. Main of. What do you write? Try. Parenthesis. Open bracket. Closed bracket. Which object I have to create? OIS equal to new OIS of new FIS of double quotes student dot SER. Tell me, do you understand why I taken file extension as dot SER? SER stands for serialized data. Inside this student file, what data is available? Serialized data. That binary data converted object is called what? Serialized. Then I should handle exception, add catch block, file not found, IO exception. Then inside this, what I should do? I should save, create object, initialize object, save object, existing object I should read. Existing object I should read. For reading existing object, what should I do? I should call OIS dot read object method. OIS dot read object method, read object method, read object method. I should assign to a variable. Look at there, whenever you call read object method, it is asking to add throws declaration, add catch class, add catch class. Which exception? Class not found exception. Why class not found exception? Class not found exception will come when class is trying to load. If class is not available, you will get a class not found exception. Why read object method trying to throw class not found exception? Very simple point here. Array, if you want to create, if you want to store this object back into the JVM, first of all, the class has to be loaded into JVM. Na? Student class has to be loaded, student object will be created, then variable by variable data will be stored inside this object. So tell me, read object method first step is what? Load the class into JVM. Second step, create the object with the non-static variables available in this loaded class. Third step, go to file, read variable by variable data and store inside this. Then return that object reference to our variable object system.out.println object. Now my question, everyone think and tell me. Read object method can load student class? Yes. Can create object of student class? Yes. Will it initialize or not initialize? Will it read the data available in the file and store inside this object or will not do that work? Will not do that work because inside student class you have defined read object method. Na? When you define read object method, you are informed to the JVM. You inform the read object method. Hey, OIS dot read object method. You don't read any data. I will take care of reading data. Then read object method just create object and return that object your program throwing exception. What is that? Private read object is called. What method is called? Read object method is called. Inside read object method, have you called default read object method? No. That's why they throw in exception. Because without initializing, how it will return the object? Not possible, na? That's why they throw in exception. Now let me do one thing. I am removing this private read object method. Let me save it. Control 1. Look at there. Data coming or not? 101 Hari full stack Java development 20,000. Why I am getting null? Username password I am getting null. They are transient variable, na? Transient means what? Don't store, don't read. If the field is declared as a transient, it will not read from the file because the variable name is available in the file or not available? Not available. Because variable name is not available. Read object method can read or cannot read? Cannot. Everyone understand? So finally try to answer. Whenever you call write object method, data saved either directly by its own or via private write object method. Whenever you call read object method, it will read data available in the file by its own or via private read object method. If you define private read object method in this class and if you leave this method empty, then we will get what? Exception. What exception? Stream corrupted exception. Private read object method is called and I got stream corrupted exception. So what should I do now here? I should I should call, come on, what method I should call? OIS dot read default read object. Call default read object, handle the exception, IO exception, class not found. Control F11. Now look at there. Now 101 hurry, full stack Java development, 20,000 read. Null, reading or not reading? Not reading. So who is responsible for reading this username and password back into JVM? Same developer. Now here, what you did, you encrypting here. Then what I have to do? Decrypt. Come back. Tell me, what you did first? Now you read a string. How to read a string? After default read object method, you read the string. How to read the string? OIS of. You write the data by using write UTF. Read the data by using read UTF. Then again call OIS dot read UTF. Print this data first for understanding. ENC username, ENC password. Control F11. And tell me, username password coming or not? Tell me. After username password coming, what should I do? I should do reverse job, na? What I did here first, I have inserted in a third location. I have inserted what? A. What to do now? Insert or remove? Remove. What I should do now? After taking ENC username, I should call ENC username dot. What I have to call? Reverse operation. ENC username equal to new string buffer of string buffer dot. What I should call? Delete caret of which index? 3 dot. Again delete caret of which index? 2. Correct na? These are the extra characters you added na? Delete those characters. Dot. What? Reverse. Dot to string. Okay. Encryption in what order you done? Decryption means what? Reverse job. Let's see now. Control F11. Java.lambda string index 3 out of. I forgot to give username. HK coming na? My username coming back in a original format. And tell me, can you help me to write password? ENC password. ENC password equal to first convert ENC password into string buffer or string builder. Don't take buffer. It's unnecessary locking concept problem. Here also take builder. Of what you should pass? ENC password dot. Same. Delete caret of which index? 3 dot. Delete caret of which index? 2 dot. Reverse dot to string. NIT #1 coming na? Now inside the object, null comma null want to be replaced with what? Tell me. The reverse data, why should I store in local variable? Can I directly write here? Current object dot username, current object dot password. Okay, you want to store the converted data in a local variable or in the current object? Current object. So the object is loaded and then the object is initialized. Look at here. Now I am deleting these two variables. Control F. Look at there, HKNIT #1 coming back now. So this is the complete story. What I am doing here, I am commenting these two methods. If I comment these two methods, what happened? If I comment these two methods, what happened? Write object method directly save the data in the file. Na? Read object method directly read data from the file. But transient data will get null. Tell me, if you comment transient fields and take them as a regular field, these two I am taking two ways. Number one, as a regular field and as a confidential fields. If I take regular field, object saved and OS object. As it is writing, as it is reading. Then in the file, data has safety or no safety? No save. You can go and check the file data. Username password is visible to us. Yeah. Variable name, password is there, variable name, username is there, password NIT, username HK. So now this is not safe. So you want encrypt and save. If you want encrypt and save, first of all, I have to declare these two fields as transient so that write object method will not write. Then for encryption purpose, I have to develop write object method, compulsory call word, default write object. Default read object method reading, non-transient non-transient fields data. And then now, what are you doing? Reading encrypted fields data. After reading, what are you doing? Encrypting or decrypting? Decrypting. Spelling problem. What is spelling? Decrypting the Amma CR CRYI. Still throwing error, na? Okay. You also don't know spelling. I also don't know spelling. Correct only, na? Decrypting password. Then why Eclipse is crying? Eclipse don't know spelling. Wow. Okay. Hope will you practice this example? This example I will upload today, requesting everyone to practice. Serialization and OIS performing serialization or deserialization? Deserialization. The notes part and this program, everything I'll upload. Please practice. On this topic, we have one more small last point is there that I have to explain called serial version UID. One variable is there. So tomorrow we will discuss serial version UID and also we'll discuss file class. Can I take class tomorrow at 8:15? So that tomorrow we'll complete this chapter. Otherwise, again, you have to extend to day after tomorrow. Online students, is it possible tomorrow? Can you come by 8:15? Okay. Tomorrow class is at 8:15 to 11. Thank you. How many more days our course will be? How many more days? Tomorrow IOS teams will be completed. Okay. 17th I'll start collections. As we shall. Then tomorrow I'll complete the batch. Srikanth. You said na as you wish. So tomorrow I'll close the batch. Okay. 17th onwards we start collections. Yeah, collections is the last topic. You want me to teach anything else? No, Baba, I am asking you, Ravavu. Collections is the last chapter as per my syllabus. Do you want me to cover any other? If you have anything in your list, let me know. If possible, I will cover. Not possible, you read yourself. Amma? Huh? మరి మీకు ఎవర్రా చెప్పింది స్ట్రీమ్ ఏపీఐ కలెక్షన్స్ బోత్ ఆర్ డిఫరెంట్? హూ టోల్డ్? క్యాచ్ హిమ్ అండ్ మర్డర్ హిమ్ ఫస్ట్. Stream API is a part of the collections framework. If collections framework is not there, Stream API is not required. Okay, na? Next time somebody say collections framework, don't say Stream API. Stream API is not separate. It's part of collections framework. Stream API, Lambda expression, Java 8 new features, functional programming all came for simplifying collections framework code. Okay, na? Namaskar. Anything else? Now, collections framework, totally 18 classes available. 18 collection classes and 4 supporting interfaces available. 18 collection classes, 14 supporting interfaces. 18 collections class and 18 data structures. Collections framework is nothing but data structures. Okay, clear? Now, 18 collection classes, olden days is important. Nowadays, not required. You need only 4 collection classes to learn. Number 1, array list. Array list. Number 2, hash set. Number 3, tree set. Number 4, hash map. Number 5, ante 4. Okay, na? Array list. Array list, hash set, tree set, hash map. These 4 classes are important. For what? Projects. If at all interview point of view you want to consider, one more class is the linked list. Totally 5 classes, 5 collection classes, and supporting interfaces, comparable, comparator, iterable, comparable, comparator, iterable. And some places people are still asking 1 or 2 questions from enumeration, iterator. These are the 5 interfaces and 5 collection classes you have to learn. So first my focus is on completing these syllabus. Okay, these are 5, 5, 10. Okay, and if still time is there, if still you are interested, then I will cover extra classes, extra collection classes. Okay, what are the remaining collection classes required? Those I will cover. Is it clear? So 4 collection classes. 17th, we will discuss array list. The next hash set. The next tree set. And next hash map. Okay, na? One day, one class will be sufficient. Then following by Sunday, if you give me time, I'll cover that supporting interfaces, iterator. As part of the tree set, Friday only comparable comparator will be covered. Okay, Sunday, if you give me time, I will cover that enumeration, iterator. After enumeration, iterator completed, then 22nd, 23rd, we will discuss Stream API. So around 22nd sufficient, one day Stream API sufficient. Java 8 new features, Lambda expression, method reference, have you completed? Functional programming, already 10 days back only I have shared. Okay, if not completed, start study from today. By the time I come to Stream API, you should study already Lambda expression, method reference. If not, you will not understand Stream API. Forget about Stream API. Tree set also you will not understand. In tree set also I will use Lambda expression, method reference. So that's why. So maximum by 22nd, Sunday we will have class. Understand? Sunday we will have class. Sunday we will discuss cursors. Time is maybe morning, maybe afternoon, maybe evening, maybe night. If 22nd, if I'm not traveling to home, Okay, Sunday there is a need of going to home. If I can manage not going, we will have the morning time, 9 a.m. only class will be there. Okay, if I am traveling to home, I will take the class from 11 a.m. By 11, we will reach 11 a.m. to 1. Afternoon also will be their class. So 22nd will be the maximum, will complete our syllabus. Clear my point? Next, requesting everyone from tomorrow till 22nd, please attend the class 8:15 to 11. Any problem? Just 1 week, wake up early and come to the class. Is it clear, everyone? Online students? Yeah, 9 p.m. not possible here because I have class already up to 9. 7:30 to 9 new batch is there, na? Night class not possible. That's why I'm extending the class 8:15. Sir, why up to 8:15? I should drop my son in the school and come. Okay, na? So that's why I cannot come before 8:15. 8:15 to 11 daily, let us have class this 1 week. So 16th, 17th to max by 22nd, we can complete our syllabus. Is it clear? If still, if you have patience to continue, and I can continue next coming days also if you want me to teach anything extra topics. So let's first focus on main syllabus to complete. Thank you. That's all for today's class. I'll upload these notes. Please practice and come. Entry questions are covered as part of the syllabus. There is no separate list of entry questions with me. As part of chapters, I will cover entry questions also.